how do you deal with nerves? What do you do when you don't feel like yourself? In my last video, I talked about how I've spent my whole life wanting to do great things, yet I've never even come close. Those feelings were genuine, but I wasn't exactly happy with how I delivered them. I thought I'd let myself down, and my anxieties started to creep in. There was so much noise in my head that I couldn't even sleep. I needed something to help me silence all of it. This is by far my favorite lo-fi song. It's perfect. I listen to it whenever I'm nervous. I can't speak on its musical merits, even though it is pleasant, but it is lo-fi, so of course it's pleasant. Instead, it's the title that caught my eye. Everything you feel has been felt before. Isn't it such a peculiar statement? It was one of those things that's obvious, but I had never seen it put into words. It's actually like more movement than I was anticipating. It's like 5 a.m. It almost felt like the title was imparting wisdom on me. Combine that with the music, it was especially comforting, but I didn't know why. Everything you feel has been felt before. Why was such an obvious statement so interesting to me? Of the billions of people who've completed their lives before I was even born, I couldn't possibly be a pioneer in an experience. But why does hearing that make me feel better? Usually when I overanalyze something, I end up ruining my ability to enjoy it. I've done this to countless movies and shows, but due to my complete illiteracy in music, I've never done it to a song. This was my chance to do so. It is way cloudier than I wanted it to be, so that's good. I don't think I'll see anything good. I don't think the shot will be good. Only, the song wasn't ruined, and it wasn't a waste of time. In fact, I fell for it even harder because I actually found something worth sharing. Or I came up with a whole new outlook on life in order to justify the time that I put in. Either way, it works out, so bear with me. Everything you feel has been felt before. You're not alone. You're not the first person to have had to face these odds. I try to remind myself of this as often as possible. Everything I feel has been felt before. My doubts and fears are no exception. What's important is that they can be beat, as they have been by millions of people before me, including those whom I look up to. They've all had to wrestle with the same demons, and every time I get pushed back, I have the chance to follow in their footsteps. Is that... You get it, right? You're not feeling anything different from others who've walked the path you're on right now. In fact, facing adversity is how you make progress. It's a change in perspective, a little pick-me-up, I guess. It doesn't solve my problems, but it helps me keep going. To know that many others before me have managed to climb over what's in front of me, and to know that when I make my climb, I'll be that much closer to them, it's exciting. This song helps me see the hard times in a different light. There's stairs, and yeah, some steps are really tall, but how else am I gonna get to the top? It's too cloudy to watch the sunrise. Except, I mean, it's over there. It's not supposed to happen for another like 20 minutes, so if these clouds right here clear up, I could probably see it, but look at how that looks like a macaroon. Macaroon? Macaroon? I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up. Macaroon. Macaroon? Macaroon. You know what? I'm gonna settle with macaroon. There it is. That's how, oh, look at it. Okay, I know you're probably thinking, what an amazing point. Truly a life-altering song. But if it only helps you when you're nervous, can you really say it's perfect? And you're right. I said the perfect lo-fi song. Perfect as it belongs in every single one of your lo-fi playlists. From studying at the cafe, to picnic at the beach, to 3 a.m. sad boy hours. And this song is perfect, because when you can love the challenges in your way, it's much easier to appreciate everything else. And this is what this song has really changed about me. I am well aware that what I'm about to say has been said by almost too many people, and I can pretty much sum it up in 5 words. You have to love living. But it's easy to understand why you should treasure the good things in your life. They're what you work for, and they don't last forever, so of course don't take any of it for granted. But I think to really extract everything out of this life, it requires cherishing all that you feel. Every moment, including the bad ones, are valuable. I'm not arguing that suffering somehow makes life better, and I'm definitely not saying that you should seek out or enjoy the suffering. But regardless of what you think, they are a part of you, and you don't get to live that long, nor do you get to feel that much. So it feels like a waste to just discard them. Yeah, sometimes life is this. And of course, these are my favorite parts. But sometimes life is also just this.
I like to make references to moments I can't forget from movies or shows, and I found a moment that ties in well with what I'm trying to say.
The only time you can be brave is when you're afraid. Because bravery is measured by how you act in spite of your fears. And this applies to all the flaws you can have. The value in moments that make you feel less than you are is that those are the only times when you can be more than you are.
Look, oh my god. You see it? That's the moon.
Things that bring joy are rare and deserve your attention. And in the same sense, so are the things that bring you down. One day, I'll look back on my life, and I pray I remember the good company of my friends and loved ones. I hope I remember the days when I felt loved and the times I felt I was on top of the world. But I also never want to forget the days when I felt unloved. The nights I spent alone but wish I hadn't, and most certainly, I wish to never forget the many times that I felt I wasn't myself. Because not a second of that isn't part of who I am. And I'll know that I've taken everything that life could give. Because everything I felt would have been felt before. You want to see this?